everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I have a little pocket that I'd like to create with you today. It is in line with the patchwork pocket that I created previously, and I will link the video for this below. But this pocket, although it's patchwork inspired, was actually inspired by a fellow crafter, Kerr, and you will find the link for her channel in the description below. By all means, pop over. You really should pop over and check out her channel. She does some amazing things. And she posted her video of her little snippets or patchwork inspired snippets around the same time I think it was just after I had done the patchwork pocket myself, but I hadn't actually uploaded it at that stage. So gee, it came at the perfect time for what I was working on, and like the journal that I'm working on, and where my inspiration had taken me. So thank you so much for sharing. I truly appreciate it. Again, check out G's channel. You will find the link below in the description. I'm so excited, I can't wait to start. Pop over and have a look at G's channel if you haven't. And if you are a subscriber and you've watched her videos before, you'll understand what I'm talking about. She truly is inspirational. So to scooch this video along a little bit, I haven't done as much prep as I should have, but I thought perhaps I could kick it off and get it started and then do a little bit more prep behind the scenes and come back to you. You'll see why as I get started. So in line with my patchwork pocket that I did, I've cut another piece of my craft packaging paper. It is just, and I will link below the video where I've shown you how I create this, but it's just 3 pieces of brown packaging paper glued together with my glue stick and burnished with my bone folder so it's nice and burnished down, and then I leave it to dry. This is a portion of the size because I have cut both of these pockets off there, I think. So, but that just gives you an idea of the size. Again, I will link in the description below so that you can have a look at that video if you're interested. And it's just a roll of packaging paper with perforated sections that they use to put in parcels when parcels are sent through the mail. And I repurpose it for lots of things, and I love how it looks when it's glued together like this. And it's kind of like a thin card consistency. It has a little bit more sturdiness to it than a sheet of paper does, and I love that. So anyway, so I've cut these. I should let you know how big they are. I've cut this one the same size as my patchwork pocket, so I've just used the size of that as a guide. So it's at 5 by, I think it was 2.5, 2 3/4. So 5 by 2 3/4. And then this piece here, I've just taken a 1/4 off each, so I've gone 4 3/4 by 2.5. And I'm just going to ink them because I can, because I want to, because I like it, just because. Okay, so this is actually my 3rd video today. I feel like I have kicked goals today. I've been super inspired and excited by what I've created. So this is my last of 3. And I don't know about you guys, but honestly, when I get in my craft space and I get excited about what I create, oh my gosh, it's such a rush. I really am on a high right now. So I'm just taking G's idea of her little paper snippets, and paper snippets, as you know, have been around for a while. I've had a play with them, which was inspired with other people's ideas or by other people's ideas before. And this is just one more progression, I guess, of that idea and using up scraps. So, okay, so I have here, still with me, my scraps. I think I'm culling them and then I end up with more. So I don't necessarily want that piece. I don't mind some strips. Okay, so I'm just going to work with what I have in front of me. And according to G, she just tears pieces from her scraps, all different shapes and sizes. I'm not fussing too much because I don't mind if they're inconsistent. And in actual fact, the ones that G did were quite inconsistent and I loved the look of it. So I'm taking that as inspiration. I am tearing these little squares out. And I do want some different colours in amongst here, so lots of fun. Some big, some little, some in between. Not sure how many I'll need. I do want a torn edge around them, so I am just going to take off the very outside. And I know for a fact that the angular edge is torn, so I'm quite happy to leave that like it is. Oops. So again, just cutting myself some pieces. Not sure I want the red in there, so I'm going to set that to the side. I would like some blue. I think they're all torn edges, so I'm okay with some of them being straight and some of them not. At this stage, I might change my mind. So gee, I thought this was a really fun way to use up my scraps and keep in line with this patchwork theme that I've had going. I mean, the patchwork has really been calling out to me, or sorry, patchwork theme has been calling out to me with this journal. So I really love that this is bringing a different element again to what I had thought of. So you made me very happy watching your video. I actually had a great big smile on my face while I was watching. It's like, oh gosh, this couldn't have come at a better time. And a huge shout out to Joyful Michelle, because Michelle watches my videos and has been following along on the progression of this journal. And she actually messaged me and said, so have you seen G's new video? Because I think it would really work for your Wonderland journal. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder what it is. So I popped over to have a look, and sure enough, Michelle, you were spot on. I was so excited, and I was thrilled to think that you were actually thinking of me while you were watching it. So I think I'll leave that there. Okay, and I am going to ink these. I may I may not show all of that in the video. I may scooch past it. I may fast forward it. I may show it a double time. But so G just went around and inked every little piece. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just do my thing and I'll see you at the other side. Okay, so I know that G used strips of paper to glue hers onto and then created all sorts of wonderful things with them. I've decided I just want to make the pocket, so that's what I'm going to do. And literally, she just, I think I need my glue book because I'm likely to get this, well, I get it everywhere anyway. I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to feel my fingers at the end of it if, well, actually, they'd be all stuck together. So I'm just going to, I'm trying to be random without being too, I'm not looking for perfection as far as my paper shape is concerned. And I was thinking if I was going to patchwork, and my mother-in-law is an amazing quilter, if I was going to do anything like that, I would be like the crazy quilt or crazy patchwork kind of person. I wouldn't have, I don't think I'd cope real well with lots of structure. I'd just like it to be random. So this really appealed to me for that reason, because it's like no rules, just however you want to put it down. It's like, I am so down for that. My fingers are tacky already. Putting glue all over myself. I cannot be trusted. And I was just thinking while I was inking them, the inking part would actually be a really good thing to do if you're sitting in the living room with hubby watching TV Gayle Agostinelli posted a video quite a while back, and there is a link for Gayle's channel in the description below. Gayle posted a video recently. I had actually asked her, she'd mentioned in one of her videos, I think, that she crafted while she was watching TV with hubby, and I asked her what sort of things she would do if she was sitting and watching TV, because whenever I thought about crafting, whatever I thought of, I kind of wanted or wished I had the use of my desk. It kind of felt odd thinking about crafting without this. And Gayle did a quick video and answered my question, which was so sweet of her, and had a list of things that she likes to do when watching TV with hubby. And when I was tearing these little paper strips and inking them, I was like, this would be such a fabulous thing to do while watching the TV with hubby. It's quick, it's easy, there's no real thought process needed because you're literally just tearing and inking as you go. And you would have a really good little bundle of paper strips to come in and do all sorts of things with. Like I said, check out G's video because she shared a whole lot of things that you could do with the strips that she created. And I was just like, that would be a really fabulous thing to do while watching TV. And I love the idea of using up all the little paper scraps. I mean, how fun is that? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It doesn't take much to keep this heart happy. Okay, so I've possibly got enough there to do another journaling card, and I may just do that. I am going to, excuse my voice, I seem to have a frog in my throat or something. I am going, I can't even get the words out. I'm going to have a quick sip of water. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit, and I think I may sew around it similarly to what G did. G also put a little bit of gesso over hers. I'm not sure I will do that with mine because I think having the papers that I'm using in the journal, if I pop those two together, I'm still getting the same color tones and things that are throughout my journal. So I'm quite happy to leave them as they are. I'm not 100% sure, but at this stage I'm going to leave it like that. But I will sew around it before I glue it to my actual pocket. And once I've done that, I will pop back and show you. So I'll see you all soon, everybody. I'll be back. Hello, everybody. I'm back again. So I've sewn around the pocket, and I've just done it in like a zigzag, and I've evenly spaced the stitching out. I did actually mark, I don't know if you can see, I haven't rubbed them out yet. I did put little pencil marks as a rough guide as to where I wanted to sew. I only did it at one end, so they're not exact, but it just gave me a little bit of a visual. I'm showing you how out I was right now. Probably not the best plan, but so I decided that I wanted to do it in that pattern, and having done that, I've decided that it's actually possible to do different things with the stitching too, which could be lots of fun for future reference. So anyway, I thought I'd pop the camera back on now that I've done that, just to glue that pocket down. I'm actually thinking maybe, can I? No, I think I'll use Fabri-Tac. I was thinking about using my glue stick, but it does tend to seep through the stitching when I use the glue stick over stitching, so I think this might be easier to control. And hoping it comes out okay. When you realize you have build up on your glue. Okay. And it's still not great, but at least it's coming out now. Kind of trying to get as close as I can to the edges. And the reason I did my collage on a piece of tea stain paper as opposed to the card was because I didn't want the stitching to be on the back of the card, because I'm using this as a pocket. I didn't want the stitching to catch and perhaps break when the pocket was being used. So I've decided to do it onto the piece of paper. You could do it directly onto the card depending on how you want to set yours up, but obviously it would work on either. But now I have this beautiful flat surface that will be the back of the card, and yet it looks stitched. So I think that's really fun. And I think they're really, really cute together. So I hope you've enjoyed this little craft with me, and thank you again to G. Kerr for the inspiration. I think it's a really, really fun way to use the scraps, and I'm super excited about what the possibilities may have in store. So happy crafting, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.